intuition. It's that mysterious feeling that guides us, often without us even realizing it. Whether it's dodging danger, making a quick decision in the stock market, or reading an opponent in poker, these moments are driven by something deeper within us. You ever just know something before it happens? Like, you're about to text someone and boom, they text you first. Or you get a weird gut feeling about a situation, and later, you find out you were absolutely right. Yeah, that's intuition. And no, it's not just lucky guessing or coincidence, or at least that's what they want you to think. What is intuition? The power of knowing without knowing. In our society, logic and data get all the credit. Intuition? It's treated like some second-rate, wishy-washy nonsense. We're told to think critically and analyse the facts. And yeah, sure, facts are cool, but let's be real. Intuition is the unsung hero behind some of the biggest breakthroughs in history. You think Einstein sat around crunching numbers before he had his big ideas? No. He literally said, "The intuitive mind is a sacred gift, and the rational mind is a faithful servant." Translation: your brain is a whole-ass supercomputer running subconscious calculations faster than you can consciously process. Intuition is that inner knowing before your logical brain even catches up. Alright, let's bring MBTI into this, because not everyone experiences intuition the same way. Intuitive types like ENTPs, INFJs, INTJs, ENFPs, and so on. These people live off intuition. We see patterns everywhere. We make insane connections, predict outcomes, and sometimes we just know things without being able to explain how. Sensing types like ISTJs, ESTPs, ISFJs, and others. These individuals are more grounded in reality. They rely on what's tangible, but that doesn't mean they don't have instincts. It just means their intuition manifests more as gut feelings or finely tuned instincts. Me? I'm an ENTP. My intuition is like having a live streaming, multi-dimensional chess game running in the back of my head at all times. But here's the thing. I don't blindly trust it. I test it. I cross-check it with logic. And guess what? It's almost always right. Okay, so science says intuition is just advanced pattern recognition. Your brain collecting thousands of micro-experiences and spitting out a decision before your conscious mind even realizes what's happening. And yeah, there's truth to that. But is that all it is? See, here's where I don't fully buy into the mainstream explanation. Because intuition doesn't just work with things we've seen before. It also works with things we shouldn't logically know. Ever had a dream that came true? Ever sensed something about a person without any evidence, but later you found out you were spot on? How do we explain that? There was literally a study where autistic kids were showing telepathic abilities. Think about that. If we accept that humans only use a fraction of their brain's potential, what else are we capable of that society just dismisses? I think there's a part of us that has been locked away or turned off when it comes to psychic abilities by the powers that be, or whoever is controlling this place called Earth, which is probably why we can't use it perfectly. Maybe that's why you get people with autism, ADHD, and other neurodivergences who seem to access abilities most people don't. But hey, that's just one of my crazy ENTP conspiracy theories. so I'll keep that to myself for now and stick to the actual subject at hand. Speaking of intuition, here's a real story. Years ago, I was blasting music, like properly loud, but suddenly I felt this weird urge to turn it down. No reason, just a strong feeling that I had to. The moment I did, I heard a noise, my dad collapsing on the floor. Luckily, it wasn't anything serious, just a case of low oxygen from getting up too quickly while sleeping. But if I hadn't turned the music down at that exact moment, I wouldn't have heard it. So yeah, explain that. Science. Oh, and here's another one. I can predict movies and TV shows ridiculously well. Like, sometimes it's scary how easily I can see exactly where a storyline is going. It's extremely rare that I get something wrong, even when the movie is supposed to have some big twist. And if I do get something wrong, I'm genuinely shocked. Call it intuition, call it pattern recognition, call it having watched way too much media. But whatever it is, it's proof that we process more than we consciously realize. Now don't just take my word for it. This is just me, my experiences, and what I believe. I'm not saying I have all the answers. This is just how I see things. So take it or leave it. So, let's wrap this up. Intuition is real. It's powerful. And if you know how to balance it with logic, you're basically leveling up in the game of life. The key isn't to blindly trust intuition or dismiss it outright. It's to use both intuition and reason. That's where the magic happens. Now, tell me, have you ever had an intuitive moment that freaked you out? A dream that predicted the future? Drop it in the comments. I want to hear it.